Hi guys, good morning. Let me share my screen. Yesterday, one student is one student is posting the Telegram link itself, like how to connect to the SQL server, SSMS, right? I already shared the document, right? Refer the document. I already shared the document in Google Classroom. Please check it once. In the document with the screenshot, step by step, it will be there. Mhm. Today, what we need to discuss? Yeah. This server name, how we can get it? We can based on your system name, right? Whatever system name is that, that name only server name. How to take the server name? How to take the how to know that particular device name or your system name means this PC, right? Okay, right click on this PC, you will see a properties, and there itself the option will be there. See here, device name. This you need to copy from here and understand clearly. And yesterday we are discussing few of the things, right? Okay. How to open a query window? Shortcut, control. Only control I explained. Huh? What practice you did it? Control plus N. Okay. Control plus N is the option to open a new query window. Okay. Okay. Yesterday we are discussing what we discussed comments. Like what is comment? How many types of comments are there? Two times. One is, another one is single line, another one is multi-line. Single line means up to one line only the comment will be there. How you can give the comment for single line? More than one hyphen. More than one hyphen. Don't say like underscore. Okay, more than one hyphen. You can give like two, three, four, anything is accepted. If you want to take multi-line comment means forward slash star forward slash in between the star you can give any type of text, and in multiple lines you can give it. Understand clear? Today what we need to discuss, creating a database. What is that one? Creating a database. See how to create a database. Okay, see I told you, right, all the objects. Okay, each and every object where we need to store, each and every object where we need to store in database only. Because whenever you want to any type of data set, tables or procedures or trigger, cursors, anything, it is available under a database only. Any type of object which is stored in SQL server, that is stored under a database only. So database first we need to create it. Okay. For creating database, create is the command. Use. What is the command we have to use? Create command. Not only database, any new object, if you want to create it in SQL server, means only create is the command. Remember this one. Okay. If any new object, okay, if you want to create it in SQL server, means must and should you have to use create command. Okay, not only this one, create database we are creating, you have to use create command. I want to create a table, create command. I want to create a procedure, create command. I want to create a trigger, create command. I want to create a view, create command. That means any new object, if you want to create it in SQL server, means must and should we have to use create command. Understand clearly? Okay. See here, syntax. Syntax for creating a database, right? See here, create. I told you, right? SQL server is not a case sensitive. In any way, you can write either small letters or capital letters. Not only here, for writing commands, also small letter or capital letter, anything is accepted. Okay. Create database base. Any, what is that? Any name. Okay. Don't worry. I will, I already prepared the document. Okay. See my document, SQL Server document. This is the document, it will be there. Each and every step by step, it will be there. I will share it today or tomorrow. Tomorrow also class will be there. Tomorrow also class will be there. Okay. See here. You know how to open this particular one. What is this one? What is this one? What is refresh one? Each and everything. See here. Huh? System databases, how to open a query window, okay, and what is a comment, how many types of comment, single line comment, multi-line comment, how to create a database, okay, and there are different ways are there, how to create all the ways into the database with the screenshots and everything, it will be there. Okay, don't worry, tomorrow I will share this document. Okay, so you have some clarity on this one. Even if you are missing, if you refer the document 100% user-friendly document. It's not with high level English language, that related one. Verifying the dictionary related words I'm not putting here. Simple, normal English language words only I'm mentioning. If you read it, you will understand each and everything. Understand clearly or not? Still it is a, but beginners is part is completed. So tomorrow I will share this SQL server document. So you just refer that one. Understand? Everyone, once the class is not there. Why? Yesterday I'm not in the lab itself. Oh, okay, okay. Today I want to see him into the lab. Everyone, if it is possible, at least if you guys there in Hyderabad means at least you need to come Friday and Saturday and clear all the things. Don't think like continue in the online itself. Too many problems would be there. You're not learning properly when you are continuing the online. If you come to the online offline, at least Vijay is asking some questions. Vijay is Vijay is if I'm not able to answer, like Vijay is scolding me. Like that, at least they are start learning from here itself. Just to trust him, 2 months you will have a complete knowledge on Power BI and SQL Server. But your cooperation also must and should required. Simply coming to the class and going, it's not. There is no use of it. Okay. Tomorrow I will share the document for SQL Server. Okay. So whatever document I will share it to you, you guys need to read the document. And if any mistake will happen, please let me know. Okay. Vijay, this sentence is not at all correct. So you have to modify that one because I'm only preparing this document. At least from last 4 months, I'm preparing this SQL Server document. And even don't worry, Python and Excel also, these related documents also start preparing that one. And it is taking time and we'll let you know. Okay. And I will share the document. You have to read it and let me know the status. You both. You are the main. You didn't listen one class also. Okay. Tomorrow you have to come here. Tomorrow is an important day for you. Okay. Because from starting class itself, I will explain to you what are all the Power BI related things and everything. Tomorrow I will share Power BI document as well as SQL Server document also. Okay, you also. I will share the SQL Server document. Everyone need to verify it. And if any mistake will happen, because as a writer, I can write something. Maybe sometimes it mistake will happen. So you need to say that one. Okay. So even Power BI also, like I modify 3 to 4 times the same document and send to the student. Student will give some feedback. Based on that, I will finalize the document. This is what it is happening. Even for SQL Server also, everyone need to verify my document and let me know the status. Okay. Any name. Yeah. Okay. See here in the document also, if you mention any name here, clearly it is mentioned. Okay. See here. Below are the steps to create a new object in SQL Server. Any object starts with alphabet, may not require a square. Like this, it will be there. I will explain to you. Listen carefully. See here, any name. Right? That means here, create database name. Actually, if you find it in the Google, you will see the syntax like create a database name. What masters are, some people are are very intelligent. If I'm giving create database name means they are also giving database name itself. They are creating an object database name itself. That's the reason I'm giving any name. Any name means any type of name you can give that one. Understand? See here. That means any name means either you can give the name starts with alphabet or a special character or a number or anything. But for each and everything, there is a separate procedure is there. Okay. Let's see with example. See here. Create. See here. Create database name. What is that? Create a database name. That database name either you can starts with alphabet. First we need to discuss with alphabet. Alphabet means either small letter or capital letter. Anything you can mention. Okay. So see here. Suppose for example, Naresh underscore B28. Sir, like this. Can I give like this or not? That means only in SQL Server, whenever whichever object it is created, first it will verify the first character only. Remaining characters, anything you can mention. Like suppose you are writing N. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is also accepted. P 1453. Okay, at the rate. Like that also. That means any type of object, if you create it in SQL server, only first character, whether it is in alphabet or not, it will check it. If it is alphabet remaining characters, anything you can mention, either a number or a special character or anything you can, or you can mention like a digit also. Digit, okay, special character, and not only this one, okay, even decimals also you can give. Anything is accepted after first character, but first character must and should be alphabet. If it is alphabet, okay, if it is alphabet, no need to mention the square bracket. Okay, no need to mention the name inside the square bracket. Understand it? It's not compulsory. Even if it is mentioned inside the square bracket also, it is accepted. Understand clearly? So this is the one. Suppose, for example, if I execute this one, okay, see here, what is the message it is showing? Command success, completed success. I told you, right? In message window, if it is showing any type of text, it is showing in a black color. Okay, it is successfully executed. If it is showing in a red color, something error will be there. Understand clearly now? Now, okay. See here. Not only this one, I'm creating a database like this. Naresh. See here. Okay. Naresh underscore Vijay. Can we write like this? See here. I'm putting inside the brackets. Inside the brackets. Can I give like this? Even though I starts with an alphabet. Okay. If I starts with alphabet also, I'm giving it if like this I'm giving. Inside the square brackets, can we mention it? Yes. That's what I told you now. Okay, may or may not. It's not compulsory. Square bracket is not compulsory. If you starts with alphabet, okay, square bracket inside the square bracket is not compulsory to mention. Without square bracket, see here, is this one having any square bracket is there? Not there. Even though it is executed. Even if it is mentioned inside the square brackets. See here. Okay, it is also accepted. See here, suppose for example, command completed successfully. Understand clearly? First, whichever command you want to execute, you have to select that particular command and click on execute. What is the shortcut for execute? Control plus E. Okay, or not N. Control plus N is open for new query window. Okay, control plus E for executing it. Whenever you execute any command, without selecting the command, don't execute it. What will happen in that query window? What are all the things are there? All the commands are executed once at a time. That is completely wrong. Sometimes duplicates are also inserted because of this one. Understand clear? That's the reason. Whichever command you want to execute it, you have to select that particular command like this, and then you have to execute it. Either directly click on execute or control plus E also to execute that one. Understand clearly? Whenever you want to create any object in SQL server, if you starts with an alphabet of that particular object, may or may not give the square brackets. Only starting character alphabet. Remaining characters, anything you can give. Like suppose special characters, digits, decimals, all these things, you can give any type of value. Anything is only first character only it is verified whether it is in alphabet or not. Okay. So even square bracket also it is accepted to insert that one. Understand clear here? Okay. Now, not only this one, there are so many examples are there creating a database. Create database. Okay. If suppose Vijay, you are creating an object, any object in SQL server starts with an alphabet, you are saying. Can we start with, for creating any object, can we start with a digit? Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. If any character, if any object you want to create it in SQL server, if other than alphabets, if you start, okay, must and should you have to mention square bracket. Understand clearly? Other than the alphabet, if you want to create any object in SQL server, must and should you have to mention inside the square bracket, you can mention those, all the things are acceptable. Suppose, for example, see here, I'm creating a database. Okay, I'm creating a database object like 123 Vijay. Is it accepted? Yes. Why? Because it is mentioned inside the square bracket. If you didn't mention the square bracket and try to execute it, it will throw us an error. See here. Understand clearly or not? Understand clearly or not? Understand clearly. Okay. See here. The same thing. If you mention inside the square bracket, is it executed or not? Now see here. Understand clear? Suppose, Vijay, can I create an object starts with all any special character? Is that possible? You understand my question or not? Okay. Can I create an object starts with the special character? Is that possible? See, only starting character only SQL server will identify. Remaining character, whatever it may be, whatever it is, that it is accepted. Only first character. For first character only, it is having some rules. These are all the rules. Create database. And here, what is that? At the rate Vijay, I'm giving like this. Can I give like this? Yes. But you have to mention inside the square bracket. I told you, right? What? See, other than the alphabet, if any character starts with, okay, like a number, special character, or a decimal, or anything, must and should you have to mention inside the square brackets. Otherwise, it will throw us an error. See here, this is also accepted, but you have to mention inside the bracket. If it is starts with alphabet, may or may not. Okay. If you are not giving also, it is executed. Understand or not? See here. Understand clearly? These all the things are executed. Once it is, whatever databases are executed, once the databases are created, those databases are available in two places. In two places, your databases are available. One is, see here, there is a drop down is available here, right? In this drop down, all your databases are available. Okay, see here, whichever databases you created, If you scroll up, did you see? At the rate Vijay, 123 Vijay. Okay. And Naresh underscore Vijay. All these things. The databases, whichever databases you created in the query window, the same databases you can see it in this drop down. Okay. That is one option. Another option is you can see those related databases under Object Explorer also. Okay. See here, just expand the databases. See here, did you see all the databases? Whichever you create those related one, it is. Understand clearly? Must ensure always you need to create your own database. Inside the database only you can store all the objects. Don't use the default databases or system databases. And under that, don't store any type of object in SQL Server. Not only here, even in the organization also. Either you can create your own database or else some other senior people will create a database and give it to you. That only you have to use it. Understand clearly or not? Is that clear or not? Okay. This is how you can create a database. You understand how to create a database? Okay. If it is alphabet, starts with alphabet. Okay. Square bracket is required or not required? May or may not. Meaning is, okay, if you without square bracket also it is executed. With square bracket also it is executed. But if any object name starts with a number or a special character or decimal, must and should you have to mention inside the bracket. Understand clearly? Okay. Next. Now you already created a database. Sometimes I want to modify that object name. I want to modify the database object name, whichever databases you created. See here, suppose for example, Naresh beat underscore B28. I don't want to give like this. I want to change it to different name. Okay. That means whichever databases you created, those databases, if you want to modify or if you want to rename, okay, then how to use this one? How to rename the existing database name? Okay. If you want to rename the existing database name means there are two things we can use it. One is sp underscore rename is the command you have to use it. Another one is by using alter command also we can rename the existing database name. Let's see how to do that one. Okay. If you want to modify existing database name, you have to use esp underscore rename db or alter command syntax. See here, both the ways I will explain to you. Listen. Okay. esp underscore rename db inside the single quotes. Inside the single quotes. Existing database name, existing database name inside the single quotes, whichever database name you want to modify, first that name you have to give. Okay, inside the single quotes, comma, again inside the single quotes. See, all the things as it is, you have to follow it. If you are missing any of the character means it will, SQL server will throw an error. Okay. New database name. Okay. This is the one thing. Or alt. Okay. Alt. Is- This is the one. This is the syntax. Another syntax is this the one. Alter database. Existing database name here. New database. Understand clearly? Okay. Let's see how to change it. Okay. See, some people are saying that in my SSMS, SP underscore rename DB is not able to execute. Then we have to use this one. Understand or not? That's the reason two syntaxes I'm giving here. Okay. Second one is alter database, existing database name, modify name is equal to new database name. That's it. Understand or not? Let's see. Suppose, for example, which database you want to modify. Okay. Suppose, for example, this is the one. Okay. Now, see here. SP underscore rename DB. Okay. What is that one? 123 Vijay is there. Now, comma, 153 Vijay. I want to modify. 153 Vijay. I want. Can I modify it or not? See here. Execute this. Okay. Maybe this is not, this is a old one. Maybe it is not executed. Okay. Better to use alter command. Okay. Alter database. Existing database name. What is the database name? Existing database name? 123 Vijay. Okay. Modify name is equal to 153 Vijay. I want to go like this. Understand? If it is not executed, you have to mention inside the square brackets. Okay. Now see here. The database name 153 set. Now, did, did you find 123 Vijay? No. What is that one? 153 it is. You can find it here, right? So that's the reason. Click on this drop down. Where is that one? Understand clear? You're not. Or what is database name to modify the command? Alter command. What is the syntax for alter command? Alter database, existing database name, modify name, is equal to new database name. Okay. If whenever existing database name or new database name other than the alphabet means square brackets also maintained here. Otherwise, it will throw us an error. Understand clearly? Okay. Or else you can remove this one because this is the old one. SB underscore rename DB is the old one. Okay. So you can use better to use this one only. And even here also I'm removing. Understand clearly? Okay. Any database name like this you can modify. Is that clear or not? Okay. Now, what is the next one? If you want to drop a database, existing database, if you want to drop means delete. You're creating your own database, multiple database. Don't maintain multiple database. Whichever database you require, those only you have to create it. If you create n number of things, those are, if it is not required to use, you can delete that one. Otherwise, it will occupy the space for that particular one. Understand clearly? So I created so many database, right? I want to delete those database permanently from SQL Server. Okay. If any object you want to delete permanently from SQL Server means you have to use drop command. What is that? Drop command. Syntax. Drop database. Okay. Existing database. Yeah. Okay. See here. If you want to delete existing database permanently from SQL Server means which command you have to use? Drop command. Understand clearly? Everyone, tomorrow I will share the document, SQL Server document. Please verify the document. If any modifications you want to do it in the document, please let me know. So your input is very, very important for me because SQL Server, this is the first time I'm preparing a document. That's the reason. Okay. Each and every point that it is mentioned inside the document, don't worry about this one. See here, drop database. Which database you want to drop? Suppose, for example, I want to drop 153 VJ. See here, I'm selecting this one. Okay. So how you can give like 153 VJ? This is the one you need to drop it. Suppose if I try to execute this one, it will throw an error. I want to delete this particular object permanently from SQL. But I'm using the same command, proper command only. Drop database existing. Why it is throwing error? Because remember, whenever you want to drop any database means, first you have to verify if that particular database is in currently used in this drop down or not. Understand or not? In this drop down, this is the whichever database we want to drop it, that database is selected here. That's the reason it is not executed. What you have to do, you have to change it to any other database in the drop down, and after that you can execute that. You can drop that particular database successfully deleted. Understand? Let's see with example. Now, if I execute this one, is it executed? No, it will throw an error. Why? Because it is in currently in use. Here it is selected. That's the reason. So what you have to do? What you have to do? Change it to any other database. Any database is fine. Even system database also you can select it. But you have to change the current selection to, okay, to other database. Suppose, for example, I'm selecting master. Okay. Now, now here you can execute this one. Command completed successfully. Very, very important point. Understand clearly? Na? Understand clearly? Na? Okay. Note. Understand what I am writing here? Okay. So must and should. Okay. You have to change the database into different database. Then only it is successfully it is executed. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Like this, you can drop a number of databases. Drop. See, don't maintain multiple databases. So that's the reason I'm dropping all the databases. Database. Okay. And what is that one? Like so many databases I created, right? At the rate Vijay. Can I delete this database? If not deleting this database means change the database to different one, any other related one. Suppose this one. I'm selecting this database. Now, if I try to execute the same command complete, understand? Change it to other related databases. You can, it is yours. Okay. Understand clearly. Vijay, I'm selecting master database, even though it is not dropped, means for master related, already one database is dropped, right? You have to change it to other related one, and then 100% it is dropped. Understand clearly. What is the next one? Drop. We want to drop this one. See, if it is taking some time means immediately you have to stop the execution. How to stop an execution? This is the option to stop the execution. Stop it and change it to any other database like this. And then you can execute this one. Because for that particular database, we already dropped, right? So you have to change it to any new database. You have to understand clear? And okay. Okay. Understand clear? Understand clear? Okay. Next one. What is the next one? See, don't worry. Today itself, I will share the index. We, what are the topics I need to cover it in a SQL server means these are the SQL server topics I need to cover. These are the SQL server topics. I will share it in the Google Classroom. Check it once today. Understand that not? Now itself, I will share it in the Google Classroom. Please check it. You will have a clarity on this particular one. Okay. This one. What is this one? Like this the one, right? Already yesterday itself, I shared the installation, SQL Server installation document. SQL Server index. Later, I will share along with the script. I will share that particular document. Okay. Index. This is the index for SQL Server related one. Okay. This is not the full stack SQL Server. This is only for Power BI related SQL part I am covering. Okay. Full stack SQL means these are the things it is. These are all the topics we need to cover here. From here to here. Understand? Okay. Understand clearly? What is the next one? We are discussing about what is the next topic? We discussed about the installation process and everything, right? Next one is we need to discuss about data types. What is that? Data types are very important. What is a data type? Means, see here, listen. Like anyone having any doubts? Someone is raising hand. Can you please raise your hand so that I can unmute and you can ask the questions there itself. Anyone? In middle of the class, some people are raising a hand, right? Can you please raise a hand now? In middle of the class, some people are raising a hand. Okay. So now you can raise your hand. I will unmute. You can raise your questions and everything. Anyone having any questions online team? Online team. Okay. Now you understand up to here? You know how to create a database, right? This is the first thing. Now, from now onwards, okay, whatever objects you want to create it in a new query window. Listen, very important. SQL Server database is very important, not only for this Power BI, for any other related one. Do you know Snowflake, right? Snowflake, same SQL Server. If you want, you can verify that one. Don't miss anything. See, from now onwards, in a query window, if you want to execute any command, before executing the command, first you have to select your database in the drop down. What is that one? Data. Remember, otherwise, which database by default it is selected? Master. If you open SSMS, if you open if you click on control+1, then immediately in the drop down it is selected. In database drop down, it is selected as a master. That is completely wrong. Okay. Immediately you have to select your database in the drop down. Don't forget this one. If you forget it, automatically whatever objects you created, those all it will be stored at under master database. Okay. But don't forget this option. Very, 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 very important point. But everyone is forget this one and they are creating all the objects under master only. But don't create that one because you have your own database, right? You have to select that particular database first. Understand clearly? See here. Here, which database your database it is? Naresh IT, Naresh underscore B28 is your database. Every time, whenever I'm opening SSMS and new query window, you have to remember which database you want to select. This is the one. Under this only, you need to create all the objects. So you have to select this one. This is the first thing you have to do it. Before executing the commands, you have to check it which database is selected in the dropdown. Understand? Now, data types topic we need to discuss. What is data type means? See, in SQL Server, you are storing the data in which format? You are storing the data in which format you can store the data? Tabular format. We can store our data in SQL Server in tabular format, in table format. If you want to store the data in table format means we required columns and rows, right? But in SQL Server, you know that is 1 means numeric, 1.2 means decimal. Okay. Like Vijay means it is a character. Okay. And 2024-01-27 means that is a date. You know that one because you are a human, but this is a system. How the system can identify that is a numeric, that is a decimal, that is a character, that is a date? How the system will identify it? So must and should you have to use data types. Data types will tell you what type of data you are inserting in any of the tool it is. Not only this one, even in Power BI also because those are all our system cities. System is not behaving like a human, but system also created by a human, right? If you give the input, how whatever that input, whether it is a numeric or a decimal or a date or a character, how the system will identify, you have to give some prototype for that particular one. In different tools, there are prototypes. But in IT sector, okay, if the system will identify what type of user is giving means must and should you have to maintain a data types. Okay. If you give the data type, okay, you are creating a table format, you are giving a columns, right? Suppose in any of the column, you are giving numeric data type for that particular. Then what will happen whenever you are inserting in that particular column, only numeric values it is allowed. If you try to insert other than the numeric, it will throw us an error because you are assigning a data type for that particular column is numeric only. Numeric only it is allowed. If you try to insert other than the numeric, it will throw us an error. Don't worry, I will show you an examples also. Understand or not? That means in any of, if you want to store any type of data in a table format, for in the table, you have multiple columns, right? So at the time of creating a table, for each and every column, you have to assign a data type. Must and should you need to assign. Without data type, any type of table format, you cannot create it in SQL Server. Okay. Data type must run. Based on the data type, system will identify what values it is allowed into that particular column. Understand clearly? So that means what values need to allow in that particular column based on this data type only system will identify. So data types are used. Understand? How many data types are there? What are those? I will tell you. See here. Understand that? How many are there? Four. What are those? Exact numerics, approximate numerics, date, data type, okay, character data types. Understand that? Exact numeric data types are exact numeric data types are integer, big integer, decimal, mm, integer, big integer, decimal, decimal. These are the things. Okay. Understand clearly now? One by one, we need to discuss. Int. It will allows, don't worry. This is not a full stack SQL server. There are n number of data types are there, but which is important, those related one only I'm explaining. Okay. It will allows whole numbers. Whole numbers means negative values is not a whole number. Huh? Which school you are studying here? Negative values are also whole numbers. Understand? Not only 0 to something like that. Okay, minus 21, minus 24, minus 15. All these are also. Is it a correct one or not? Okay, it will allows numeric values. It will allows numeric value. That numeric values is either positive or negative. Anything is accepted. Understand? Instead of whole number. Okay, numeric means either positive or negative. See here, each digit will occupies in int, each digit will occupies 4 bytes of memory. 4 bytes of memory. And range is minus 32,007, not minus 32,000, minus 214, 74, 83, 647, 648. Understand? Minus 214, 74, 83, 648. 2, 214, 74, 83, 647. Understand or not? See, in integer, what is integer? Integer will allows numeric values. Numeric means either positive values or negative values it is accepted. Understand? And in integer data type, each digit will occupies 4 bytes. Means here in SQL Server, memory is calculated in bytes. It is not in KB or MB. Bytes means very, 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 very minimum. Understand or not? Okay. Understand clearly? Na? Okay. In SQL Server, memory is calculated in bytes. So that's the reason each digit will occupy 4 bytes means very, very less. Don't worry about that one. Understand clearly? And integer range is minus 2146 74, 83, 648 to 640. What is the meaning of this one? The meaning is whatever value you are enter must and should be in between the values. Understand or not? Whatever input you are giving for integer, that must and should and within this range only. If you are giving more than this range means it will throw an error. That is the meaning here. Understand clearly or not? Okay. Syntax. Let's see with examples. Okay. You have to create table. Okay. Create a table for integer related one and see what values are allowed and everything. Create table. What is the table name? Any name you can give. Don't worry. Separate how to create a table. I will tell you later once this is completed. Data types are completed. Just for giving an examples for all the each and every data type related, what type of values are allowed, what type of values are not allowed. Those all the examples I need to show it, right? That's the reason I'm creating a table. Okay. Any name here, new column name. See, my syntax is completely different when compared to the, okay, in Google. Okay. Google syntax is different, my syntax which is understandable for everyone. If they use the Google means you have to understand what it is, the meaning of this one. Some people are the same name they are giving and they are trying to create an object SQL server. Understand clearly? Okay. New data type like this, etc. N number of columns you can create it. But for us, we can create one column is enough. Okay. See here. Create table. What is the name? Name of the table? Huh? Huh? Any name you can give, like, right? You know how to, I will tell you later how to create a proper table. I'm giving it just giving an example for what is that? Hmm. Understand or not? ID. Okay. Integer. I'm giving, right? This is enough. Now, I created with only one column in the table, and that too, what is the data type here? Integer. Now see with examples. Examples are very important. Insert into table name. What is the table name here? Values. Can we give one? Just whatever value you are given, that value must and should within this range. Can you give one? Yes. See here, inserted. One row is affected or not? Okay. Now, if you want to see the table record means you have to use select statement. Select star from table name. That's it. Don't worry, all the things there is a separate classes will be there for the each and everything. Did you see? One it is showing here like this. See here, not only this one. There are multiple. In numeric, in integer data type, can we insert character values? See here. If I try to execute this one, what is that one? Error. Because integer will allows only numeric values. Okay. Understand that? Okay. Can I give negative value? Yes, right. Negative value also you have to check within the range. Minus 25 is within the range or not? Insert this one. Okay. Now, if I execute select star from table name, now you will see 1 minus 25. Understand? Now, can I insert decimal value? Huh? See, yes, it is executed. Suppose, for example, I'm giving this is the one. 25.46 I'm giving. I'm trying in integer data type, I'm trying to insert decimal values. Understand clearly or not? Okay, I'm trying to insert decimal values. Listen, I'm trying to insert decimal value. Is that allowed? Yes, it is allowed, but it is only insert before point values. It is allowed, but only it is insert before point. What is the before point value here? 25 is the one. See here, 25.46 is there. Before point means 25 only it will be there. That only it is inserted because it will allows only numeric part, right? Okay, if you try to insert a decimal values in integer, it is successfully executed, but it allows only before point values. Okay, see here. Is it executed? Okay, see here. What it is executed. What it is executed? 25 only. Not minus here. This is this one I am executing. 25.46. Before point means what is the value? 25. This is the value it is. These are previous values, man. Okay. Understand clearly? Is that clear or not? Very, very important. Okay. Now, Can we give like this? Can we give negative decimal value? Yes, but it will insert before point value. That negative also before point value. So can we give like this? Can I insert this one? Huh? Why? Very good. It is not executed. Your phone numbers are not executed. Why? Because it is not in the range. Okay. Understand it? Is that clear or not? Now, which data type we need to execute it? So because sometimes I want to insert my phone numbers also, but phone numbers are not allowed to insert it. Then, so there is, if it is, that means if the range more than that I want to insert it, then you have to use the data type called big integer. What is that? Big integer. See here. It will allows numeric values. In big integer, each digit will occupies, huh? Tell me here, 8 bytes. Understand or not? Memory. And range is very big one. So you have to take the range from here itself, or else in the document it is mentioned. Understand clearly. This is the range. Understand clearly. Okay. Syntax. Same syntax for integer. What is that? Big integer. Understand or not? Can we create this one? Okay. Just a range difference only we have to use big integer. Understand or not? Okay. And here, can we insert positive value? Yes, it is accepted, man. Execute this one. Can we insert character values? No, it is not possible. Numeric values, it will allows only numeric. Other than it is not allowed to, etc. See here. Negative values? Yes. Within the range or not, you can check it. If it is in the range, it is executed. This one, then what value is inserted? Before point values only. What integer is behavior is the same behavior for big integer. Only the range difference only it will be there. That's the reason we are using big integer. Understand? It is allowed. 25 before point values only it is executed. Understand or not? Can we insert this one? Okay. Can we insert this one? Yes, it is executed. In integer, that is the difference. It is not in the range, so that's the reason it will throw an error. It is understand clear? Is that clear or not? Understand? That means range differences only it will be there. Understand? So whenever you want to give more value, then we have to use instead of integer, big integer. Otherwise, integer is enough. In the organizational level, most of the times integer data type only we are using. Suppose sometimes we want to insert phone numbers. At that point of time only big integer is used. Understand clearly? What is the next data type? Huh? Decimal. Decimal data type. Okay. That decimal related data type that we need to discuss it in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow also class will be there. Tomorrow I will share the SQL Server document as well as Power BI document. Power BI document from starting class to Excel, how to connect with Excel to. From there only we stopped, right? So that's the reason up to. After that, SQL Server, SQL related document, I will share it from there. Okay. Tomorrow class will be there. Okay. Very, very important for you. Okay. Tomorrow revision class it is. Okay. Everyone need to attend it. Today the class strength is 36. Tomorrow also same strength I need to maintain. If the same strength, if it is not available means next time no revision classes will be there. Direct class I will take it. Understand? Wait. Yeah, tell me Pratik.
Beginners.
Hello.
Hello. Am I
Yep.
audible to you, sir?
Yeah, yeah. Tell me, yeah.
Sir, my question is that suppose we are creating an table by using three data tools.
Your voice is
Suppose,
not clear. Pratik, your voice is not clear. First, you have to speak it clearly and with proper internet connection. Then only I can listen and I can answer your.
okay, okay, sir. Currently I'm properly audible, sir.
So, ping it in the Telegram. I will reply to the call. Okay.
Okay, 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 sir.
Okay. Now itself you have to ping it in the Telegram so that I can reply. I will call you and clear your call. Because your voice
Okay,
is
sir.
not at all clear. That's the reason.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir. No problem.
Anyone having any doubts? Any doubts online team? Online team. Anyone having any doubts? You need to contact a mentor. Means how you need to contact? They will provide some uh, details. I think so, right? Okay. And don't worry. Okay, you have to post the same thing in the Telegram group itself, and then mentor will respond to the particular message. Understand? You understand with the post it in the Telegram group itself. How to connect with the mentor. He will reply to you. That's one. So Neela, post it in the Telegram. He will respond all the messages. Change the data type, I will tell you, Pratik. Okay. Today is the not today is not the last class for SQL Server, right? Today only it is started. Yeah? Huh? You're asking in middle of the thing. Okay. Don't hurry. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So we can stop it here. And today's script I will share it as well as SQL Server index also I will share it in the Google Classroom. Check it out. We can stop it here and we'll continue tomorrow. Okay. Bye guys.